F-A-T-C-A-T. And y'all rocking the Fat Cat Show. This is my show. F-A-T. Watch the time on you. Say it one more time. Say it one more time. F-A-T-C-A-T. And y'all rocking the Fat Cat Show. This is my show. F-A-T. Watch the time on you. Here we go. Here we go. No matter what you say, I'ma spit it how I spit it, so you niggas can't forget it. Everybody is a critic. I walk in the dark with my chronicles acidic, with my game up the bar, so your girl will let me hit it. Damn, man, my show's simply marvelous. You can stop the hating and debating, you can argue this. Cause if you found something better, you would sip Moretta while wearing an ugly sweater. But my show you listening, so stop the whimpering. This is for the sinners and the born again Christians. Turn to Philippians. Nope, you can miss me then. If you wanna talk, take my number, you can hit me then. Cause you know my show was rocking. Fat Cat, remember that when your girl is shocking. When them headphones are knocking. Fat Cat Show and you don't stop the knocking. F-A-T-C-A-T. Man, y'all rocking the Fat Cat Show. This is my show. F-A-T. Watch the time on you. Say it one more time. Say it one more time. F-A-T-C-A-T. Man, y'all rocking the Fat Cat Show. This is my show. F-A-T. Watch the time on you. Here we go. Here we go.
Yo, 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 what's cracking? You rocking with your boy, the preacher's grandson, the sinister minister, the thinking deacon, the rabbi Raymond Noodle, the chaplain of fried chicken last right. Y'all know who it is. It's Fat Cat, and I'm down here with my dog, Third Son. What's up, baby?
What's up? What's up? Peace, everybody. Hope y'all having a day, night, whatever, whatnot. Man, it was crazy.
Wow, man. What was happening with you, man?
Whoa. Well, I had to, like I said, I had to go see my brother, man, who had left us about almost a week ago, and so that was kind of crazy. His name is Ro, or Romeo. A lot of people know him as, or a lot of people around the world know him as DJ.
Okay.
He was a hip hop artist, but yeah, he was our age, and so yeah, he had left us in his sleep. So
wow,
that was that was something.
So anyway, like we start this show all the time, you know. On that note, I want to give my condolences to those who lost people, and you know, because losses. I mean, as we seeing now, you know. We losing a lot of people. A lot of people are making that journey, and I don't want to sound ignorant like Trump talking about people are dying that never died before and all that crazy stuff. But hey, but we just got people just leaving here, and we want to just send our condolences out to everybody, and also we want to give the birthday shout outs to everybody. I think my boy A-Up Marcus just celebrated his birthday. You know, amen. So a shout out to A-Up and all of those who are celebrating birthdays. I think your boy Tupac's just passed too. And my, you know what? And then I can't forget, yesterday was my son's birthday. Amen. Hallelujah. You know, you can tell just how old you get when how old your kids get. So you just like like dang, 22. I'm like, man, I remember when I was 22, man, I felt like I had the world in my hand. You know what I'm saying? I was in the studios and stuff doing all that, man. Thought I was gonna make it. But it's never too late.
Man.
It's never too late. It's never too late.
Yeah, man. Music is eternal.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
a fact.
It is.
Dope music is eternal. Garbage goes away immediately.
Garbage.
So let's not get it twisted.
Garbage flies like frisbees, you know. So
yeah, there we go.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't know who is related to him or whatnot, but I'm gonna put it out here. I remember years ago, I tried to support Detroit artists back in the day, but I'm gonna tell you one time, I don't know what year that was. But Al Nuke came out with a CD, and I'm telling you, and he tried to do the Pac thing, and I threw that CD right out on 696. I swear for God, that mother went. All I
He
had
said, I swear for God.
I swear for God, it went flying out the window. Woo! I did a lot of CDs like that, so a lot of my CDs became roadkill. So it was like
Right.
I did that to Bum B when after Pimp C died, and what up, Dewan? I see you. After Pimp C died, and he came out with that. He went crunk and all that. Man, I was like
So he
Stacy.
was done with it.
I was like Stacy on Minister Society. This gets no play in my ride, you know. But I
Like,
just,
yeah, that's weird.
yeah.
That's weird when they switch it up, man. Especially when they switch it up. Like E40 kind of did that. You know, I kind of like broke waves with E40, even though now some of the stuff I'm hearing I'm liking more. But like back in the '90s, like after like Dusted and Disgusted, those are some big hits. Dusted and Disgusted, 40 Water, and all that. Then he kind of went a little weird on me, and then you know.
Right.
So you know, anyway, yeah, it'd be weird when they switch up on.
So anyway, I want everybody to make sure you share this post. Make sure you can catch us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Deezer, TuneIn, Stitcher, all the above platform, iTunes. You know, just catch us. Blog Talk Radio. Even though they be glitching my doggone song now, I'm really hating that. I'm gonna have to holler at somebody. But you know,
Yeah.
But it's all good though. We want to get into some powerful topics today, and make sure y'all tune in and let us know what you think. We don't want to be talking to ourselves. You know, we got this for you. This platform is for you to spill your guts out and all that stuff. So that
Brace yourself.
that number is brace yourself, fool. But that number is 646-564-9728. Make sure you press that one if you want to comment. We're gonna get on our very first topic of today, and that's about the young man that was killed in Wendy's, in the Wendy's drive-thru. What's his name? Rashard Brooks.
Yeah.
And really, I got to watch the video. I don't know how many people watched the video. I got a little bit of it on the screen there, but I'm not gonna get into showing the video and stuff like that. But we pretty much know the narrative, and we pretty much see, even after George Floyd execution, I'm gonna call it execution. After his execution, we see that nothing has changed. We still, and then even now, even so much, they took it a step further. Now they done went back to the 60s, and we getting hung now. You know, they just found 3 people hung in Atlanta, 3 people hung in California. I mean, what's really going on? What's happening? What's your take on that, sir?
They are trying to make you be a constant triggered person, and they're just trying to trigger you at every turn and break you down. And I just think we need to get focused, not scared, get that tone out of our step, out of our talk, out of our thought process. It's not Black Lives Matter. That's very beggy. Black Lives Matter. What kind of beggy shit is that? You know what I mean? No, we need to get focused and know what we're dealing with, and preserve yourself.
What?
And I'll let you fill that blank in of what that means.
Right. What about we gon' matter? We're gonna matter.
Right.
Right. You know.
Right.
And so,
right.
And I think it is too, because we've been pleading too much. We definitely been pleading too much because when you look at overall historically what has happened to us over history, and you at one point, I can't get over, at one point we wasn't even considered human. You know, we was only 3/4 of a man. They were saying that we was only 3/4 of a man. We got killed if we tried to read. We got lynched. They was literally the government was, we could go back to the Oklahoma City massacre, Black Wall Street, when the government planes was bombing black people like we was some dictator ran country. You know what I'm saying? When you look at all these type things, and all the cover-ups, which the government is doing, selling the Martin Luther King files and just all of this type stuff that they doing. You know what I'm saying? And the one thing I want to get on, one thing, even though this young lady is warped, I know we was about to drop these Jews earlier in the show, but Candace Owens, a lot of people mad at her, but she makes a lot of sense. And I'm gonna say this: I don't too much particularly care for her. I think she's a brilliant young lady. I think she's warped though. I think she's a beautiful young lady. She's very beautiful. She kind of look like a knockoff Gabrielle Union to me. But
Gabrielle Union, yeah, sure.
Okay. The number. Wait a minute. The number is 646-564-9728. It's on the screen across there if you trying to call in. But my thing is she made sense about even though I think all the parties are equal, but she makes sense about the Democrats, which we always talked about how
absolutely
how they tried to. They the ones that caused the breakup of the black family, as far as the welfare system and basically rewarding black mothers more government assistance if they kick the fathers out of the home, and I think that was one of the biggest things that was going on. I remember during the time, because I seen families impacted by that where they used to send workers over there to make sure the fathers wasn't in the home. You know what I'm saying? And so,
right.
I mean, the father used to have to hide in the closet and all that type of stuff, and the worker walking through and checking the house and stuff like that. What kind of bull crap is that?
Bruh, it just goes to show that we know enough. We can sit here all day long and literally just list all the obvious stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then go into all the conspiratorial hidden stuff. You know what I mean? But just all the obvious stuff alone. And it just, again, we know enough. So that's why, again, going back to the beginning, that's why you get focused. You know who you're dealing with. This is like golf. When you go up to a golf course, that golf course does not change.
Right.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You pull out the proper tools to play golf.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you're going to be beating the ground because it's not working out for you.
Right.
So you know what you're dealing with. You've been on this course forever. So let's quit playing dumb for real.
Right.
Now,
right.
Let's quit playing dumb, and again, preserve yourself. Do every measure it takes to preserve yourself. I don't have to tell you what that is. If I do, then you're already just go. I don't know. Just join them or something.
You know what? I think this should be the message to Black America. Expect nothing. Expect nothing from your oppressors. Expect nothing. If you want it, you're gonna have to fight for it. You're gonna have to take it. And don't get the message twisted. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that just us becoming criminals and just be like, and go out there just.
No, it's not.
Wait a minute. Margaret said, in my opinion, all lives matter regardless of our color. We all need to feel comfortable in our skin. It's time we stand up more for our rights, and that's what the white man fears. And then don't.
Sure.
Wait a minute. Don't get it. See, when we say Black Lives Matter, I think somebody put that on a post real good and they kind of use the Bible to do it. They said something like Jesus said if one strayed away from the 99, then he would forsake the 99 to go get the one. And he said because the 99 are not in danger, the one is. So the one life matter. And we like that 1% that left the 99. We left out of that that percent. And nobody is saying, okay, because if we ignore what's going on right now, all of these problems are going to fall into the lap of our children. It's like they're going to be dealing with the sins of the father. So we definitely can't take this thing lightly, because we can sit up here and we can say, oh, yeah, everybody lives matter, but white kids aren't getting gunned down in the street. Just for I still bring up, I've never heard of a white kid going to get a pack of Skittles and a security officer gunning them down, able to stalk them and just gun them down. I never heard of a white kid getting, his doggone cop's knee in his neck, literally murdering this man. So it's like, we can't ignore, the problems of the community.
Again, America is highly victim of playing dumb.
Yeah. We
play dumb. We play these word games to really what it is. These are mechanisms to avoid truths that we don't like dealing with.
Yeah.
We all know who's behind the 8 ball. We all know this. Again, let's quit playing dumb. Like we're playing games right now. Right. We don't have time for that. Keep focus on what's actually happening right now. And people trying to throw. I'm not saying that all lives don't matter and all that, but I'm just saying they throw out little nonsense like that to get you away from the focus. You know what I mean? To get you all caught up in, let's argue about all versus black. Like we don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We know who's dealing with what right now. And again, if you are quote unquote a black person in America, just understand you. Just assume you have no allies. Period. Just assume it.
Right.
And then and that doesn't mean walking around like you don't trust the good white people, but it just means that preserve yourself. You're not waiting on any motherfucker to save you. Nobody. And once you get to that point, then you'll understand how to preserve yourself.
Right.
Because we still in the savior mode for real. We still waiting. So we waiting on Joe Biden, old ass. We waiting on all these people to save us, and again, we have enough evidence to know what we know. We playing dumb.
Right. And that's what get me within itself. The push for people, the lawmakers, to rescue us, and then most of these lawmakers are, no, I ain't even gonna go there, but are 70 and 80 years old white men that don't even know what it is to be in a black neighborhood, don't even know what it is to be in poverty, don't know what nothing is that relate to us. They know nothing.
They barely know how to wipe their ass. Seriously. They are that old. Right. At the very least, they just that old.
Right.
Hey, let's find the closest, richest, oldest white man to lead the whole future. What the fuck? My God. Are we insane? This is what you putting your hopes and dreams on? Oh my God. Lost.
But think about this though. Think about this. You turn 80, they want to take your driver's license. But you turn 80, you could be a president. Like,
dude, I'm trying to tell you, bruh. It's like, again, What's happening right now is the Matrix is begging you to leave it alone. And what do you keep doing? Come on, wake up, save us! You fucking. I mean, this just makes me mad, man. Like we is sleeping hard. Like goodness.
Yeah, because it really, and then it ain't like it's hidden from us.
Right.
It ain't
That's
like
the
none of
point.
this is hidden from us. They just doing it. They putting it in our face to like do something about it. We'll do
Yes.
something.
Yes.
Do something.
That's why they're doing it. What they're telling you is walk away from our shit. Go make your own.
Yeah.
See? And we ain't even catching the message. We no, but I like your stuff. Your stuff is so much better than my stuff because it's so white. My God.
Because you know what? Even Martin Luther King toward the end said he regret, getting us integrated with whites. He regretted that. He said if we would have stuck with segregation, not that wait a minute. Most of these white lawmakers are wearing white sheets at night. KKK, shoot, they wearing them in the day now.
Right. But do we need to see the sheets is the point.
Yeah,
do we actually see? And that's and dogging on the person who wrote that I can't see the comment. I'm just saying that do we need to see these obvious cues? That's why you get a lot of people like black people crazy too. Dogging conspiracy theories like, nigga, you are the conspiracy theory.
Right.
You are the epitome of you are the center of the conspiracy theory. Do you know who you are?
Right. Right.
So again, we just gotta know who we are, what we gotta do, and quit playing dumb. Quit playing weak.
Right. Right.
Start learning how to make stuff, produce stuff, learn a skill.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Connect to the earth a little bit. What plants around you can you eat? Have you been to the grocery store and seen the prices go through the roof? What's going to happen when there's nothing there?
Right.
Are we thinking about this, or are we just begging for Joe Biden white ass to save us? Bruh, I'm just I don't understand.
I see you pretty passionate about it.
I'm just like, man, we gotta wake up, man.
Right.
Because my thing is, you can't be bitching and complaining and going back to the same person. You bitching and complaining to the person you're going back to.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
And apply that scenario in any scenario in life and tell me, does it come out successful?
Right.
I'll wait.
But you know what? And that's going into our next segment. Our next segment tied into the Aunt Jemima thing. And look at how long this product has been able to last. As far as what they basically like, you know what, we gonna sell this product for the longest, and we are the number one consumers of all of this stuff. I mean, I don't know how many times I done seen Aunt Jemima products in our house, and basically they said we gonna make money off these niggas, and we gonna talk about them at the same time, and we still gonna get their dollars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like dog, but you like, but master stuff is real good. We go,
Yeah. Or right. He gives us sweets and he gives us eats.
Yeah.
Like,
so it just, and then now because blacks and stuff really done put their foot down now. Now everybody want to say, well, maybe we can look into a little bit of stuff. Maybe we can, maybe we can take the pickaninny type Aunt Jemima thing off, and then Uncle Ben is a little bit too slave looking. Let's just change the image.
And see, a system would only do something like that if they know it works. This is what they do, we don't do. Continue doing stuff that don't work. When they find out something doesn't work, they switch it up. They move on. They do other stuff. Right. And so, let's just drop the little niggers. Let's give them a little coin, and then we know they'll be like, oh, see, they done did us real good. They so nice now. They done changed their life. Like, oh my God! It's like we just fall for the banana in the tailpipe every single time. Like we don't know. It's like what was that on Charlie Brown holding the football and shit.
Yeah, taking the football.
What's her fucking name? Marcy. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Marcy. That's Marcy.
Yeah, Marcy.
She kept moving the football. But you know what? And then we look at it, and then look at the timing of it. We coming up to an election, and you know what I'm saying. And we like, and then they like,
let's do this again.
You know, then they like oh, you know, Master done took down them old slavery statues. I'm just so happy that he done did that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just
well, he did choose somebody black, so I guess I'll have to go ahead and vote for Joe Biden. Like, oh, look at that.
Yeah, but you know, and that's the.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm probably joking.
I know,
right
but you know what? No, because we passionate about that. Because Candace Owens said something real, I say prophetic. She said that the Democrats always race bait during the time of the election.
True story.
They always race bait because they know. They said once your enemy knows what you fear, they can tap into your energies, and
that's it.
And that's one of the things. And I've said, dang, that girl is smart. She said, trust.
Mm-hmm.
She said, trust me. She said, if you keep thinking that, she said, y'all gonna keep voting these people. She said they did it with Obama. They knew that George, you know, everybody was upset with George Bush. And so they knew they started the race baiting thing, and then they said, oh, you know, we got to put a black president in now. So then they chose Obama. But did any of our concerns or things we was putting out get addressed? No. I mean,
never.
It didn't get addressed. It turned out to be what? It was more police killings under his watch than anything, and I think that's when that's
a fact.
That's when the Black Lives Matter thing sparked up
was
under
developed.
Under his regime. So I was more. My thing is this: I was happy to see a black president, but that election woke me up more than anything. It woke me up because I took the time to go with my grandfather to go vote for Obama. Something that was historic that I thought we would never see in our lives. I think we all was happy to do that. But,
man, I got pictures. I got all type of Photoshop stuff, books, and I was a Obama slappy.
Right. And then just to get, you know, yeah, just like wow, you know what I'm saying? Like he was just gonna go in there and paint the White House black, and we, you know, but look what happened.
I mean, he was a symbolic. He did have a symbolic representation. There was a generation that was born in the world that never seen a white president. Their first president they ever seen was a black one. So that's the ones right now who are, you know what I mean, who are coming up right now.
But
in the street. So, you know, there was some
but you had a black figurehead that was surrounded by a system built around white supremacy. So it just really was
same thing.
Yeah, like what? Like what could we do? But you know what, man? This thing got me. This conversation got my head hurting so bad, man. Because I'm like, I'm for real, dog. Because it's like, because I'm tired. I'm tired of nigga stuff. You know, as far as people, when you don't, you know, they was talking about that on that forum too. What are you gonna say to these young people? Stop saying that. Well, you know, people died for you to vote. That's not enough.
Oh my God.
We appreciate the battles that they fought. We appreciate that, but we see what from the Civil Rights Bill that more benefited other races than it benefited us, because they gave us stuff that we were supposed to already have.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, you know.
No, what I was just gonna say is, like when you say that whole time for your rights and all that, if you just consider the analogy of, you got all these plants that we consume over time in history, in human history, eventually somebody had to be the first one to pick up that plant, that mushroom, that whatever, to be the test dummy, you know what I mean, or to be the test subject to make sure that this plant was edible and what it does for my body if it doesn't kill me.
Right.
So you wow, he ate it, oh, he died. So does that mean you keep eating that plant, or do you learn from it?
Yeah, that's the thing.
You don't repeat it. You use those sacrifices as data. That is information for you to know what did and what did not work. Again, your enemy switches up all day long.
And I'm gonna say
by the second.
I'm gonna say this too. And this is the main problem. I'm gonna use myself as a reference. Now, my grandfather and grandmother are gone, but they left a legacy of Salome Missionary Baptist Church behind, which I took over the legacy. So if I just stand on their shoulders with no progress, then I've did nothing. I'm just living off of what they did.
Right.
But if I don't progress it, if I don't take it to the next level, then it's nothing. I've did nothing.
Your job is not to do exactly what your grandfather did. It's to do
more.
Go beyond. Right.
So it's and that's what we doing. We like, oh, Martin Luther King marched, and you know, and this and that. Right. But it's not okay. He marched, but he talked about all of the stuff that we're dealing with today. So it's like, where do we go now? Okay, they marched. They marched. They got hit with water hoses and dogs and.
Right. Yeah. Let's get that too. Let's do that too. Maybe then it'll be complete. Let's wear the exact suit he wore. Let's get the exact words he wore, and then it'll be all complete. And then we'll do exactly. Oh God. Get over yourself.
So that's the problem. So now it's just trying to take it to another level. You know what? We went beyond the time that I wanted to do with this. I'm getting angry right now. I don't know what, and I don't even know why I'm angry.
Man, yeah.
I don't even know why I'm angry, but I'm just it just pisses me off, man. With, you know, I ain't even gonna get off into it, man. I'm just gonna get into our main topic of the day. Our main topic for today is, can we really accept we are becoming a shell of our former selves? Can we really accept we are becoming a shell of our former self? Now, you know what made me think about that? Because I think about, we was over at the church. We was over at the church working, and my partner asked me to grab his bag, right? And normally, you know, man, I was a little cockstrong type guy all my life. So I went to grab that bag, man. My back was like, heck, you know what? And you know what? And then you think back, and I think one of the most visual things that you watch that's in sports, when you see your elite sports figures, you know, become shells of their former self. Like, they can't do the things that they used to, and it make you, because for a minute, like when you in your young years, you feel so invincible, and then like when you start getting to the age where things are not healing like they used to heal, you know what I'm saying? Because you remember when I messed my ankle up when we was up on the basketball court that time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. You know, I still feel that to this day.
Wow.
I still feel that ankle to this day, and it's like when you say,
did you have nerve damage in that?
Yeah, I had ligaments and tendons. I tore ligaments and tendons, and it's like I still, and the doctor told me, he said,
did you win the
game? he was like, throw in the damn towel. He was like, he was like, he said, you rather have broke your ankle. He said, you rather have broke it. He said, you ruptured some blood, all that stuff in your, and he said, you going to feel that for the rest of your life. And I'll never forget, I want to go smack that doctor to this day for putting that curse on.
Yeah, it was like he put a curse on.
Yeah. But somebody done, who was 75 peg needle? Okay. Put a picture of a black guy with red lips eating chicken. Wow. Wow. Yeah.
You gotta laugh at them, man.
Yeah, I know.
They're children. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about all white people. We talk about a select bit of robots.
Yeah.
They're not even real people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's hilarious.
Yeah, it is. You gotta laugh it off. But anyway, what we was talking about.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
I forgot it, man. You threw me off. What was you just talking about?
Ignorant lives don't matter. But no, we were talking about can we accept we are becoming a shell of our former self?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Age. I mean, you know, it's and now that it's here. You know, you feel those little extra things, man. I'm embracing it. I mean, it's cool. Like I was saying earlier, man. It's how the universe balances itself. It's a weird way. Your body kind of declines a little, but your wisdom and your spirit increases or ascends. You know what I'm saying? So it's that trade-off. Everything, you know, it's always a give and take. So, but I mean, you know.
But I still
it's some good looking 50-year-olds and 60-year-olds out here. We just got to get out here and, you know, eat better and, you know, do a little exercise.
But I still want my physical abilities. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to be in a wheelchair talking about, you know, I'm not like I used to be. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but you know what? I'm going to say this. I have a little bit more respect for death now that I've done watched some close people go.
Oh yeah.
I have a little bit more respect for it, and you know, it's something that I don't take for granted. You know, like if I had a chance to go back, will I? No. Because I'm not sure that I would learn the same things that I learned. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I might alter history in some weird way, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful for my journey, and I'm thankful for the lessons learned that now I'm here right now. But like the only thing that kind of bothered me is that my forgetfulness. A lot of times it'd be like, you know, I have such a point on it, then something to be like, then you might say, well, blah 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 blah. Then I go back, I'm like, damn, what was I just saying? Like, you know, the forgetfulness of
yeah. I mean, it's a lot of things involved in that, man. Your number one thing in that was gonna be your diet, but you know, but I mean, you'd be surprised. There's a lot of things going on, you know, things around us like our electronic devices that actually impede on. You know, they're getting more and more intense now. Our headphones, you know, everything, you know, TV, screens, phone, all the little gadgets we got, man, they just getting a little bit more intense. And I noticed my vision. We was talking about that before. Remember?
Yeah.
My vision, man.
Yeah.
Wow, it has declined, but I truly believe it's like, hey, man, looking at these screens, man. We look at screens all the time.
Margaret said I can.
It's a different.
Margaret said I can accept it because with age comes wisdom. Yeah, you know.
Sure.
Yeah, you know what? Don't give me. don't get me wrong.
For sure.
I mean, I appreciate every day that I'm in the land of the living. I do. I appreciate that. You know, and I appreciate growing old gracefully. But the thing that I can see, like, with some people, you know, and then sometimes it's just the way the universe is. I done seen people that never smoked in their life, ate healthy, did everything that they were supposed to do, but they still end up with cancer.
Yep.
Or they still end up with dementia or stuff like that. And I think because back in the day I used to be like, why are these young men so racing to get to the grave? You know? And I used to think that, like, why are they racing to get to the grave? I mean, what is the infatuation with dying? You know, doing stuff that you know that'll speed up the process of you dying. And so I asked it to a young man, and he said, I don't want to grow old and be where somebody got to take care of me. They scared of being old.
That's interesting.
Scared of being old. Yeah.
But here's another thing we got to consider too, like, especially as Americans or Western hemispherians. We are detached from death tremendously in comparison to the eastern part of the world, man. And so we whether it's from our food, we get our food all packaged and pretty and dyed up and cut perfectly. We don't kill our own food. We don't, you know what I mean? So, and even in like a lot of places, they're very directly connected to death. They'll have family members dead up in the living room, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And hold them for some practice. We have them up there in a week, you know what I mean? And
right.
So, but once you remove that gap between the two, you'll be surprised in how your actions change. You look at death differently. And your actions will play that out. You know what I mean? It might look careless to somebody who's scared of death.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you something. What was the first sign to you that you was kind of like declining a little bit? Like, you know.
Okay, that's a good question. Yeah, I would probably say vision. Yeah, my vision, man.
Oh yeah.
Or even like my tooth in the back chip, my molar. you know when your teeth start. And I've had, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When your teeth start being all rickety and shit.
When you lose that,
rickety teeth, look at that. You know what I'm saying? Then, but yeah, I'm all good. But that's one of those things, like, when you take pride, I always took pride in like having decent teeth or whatever. But when I went like a chew chip back there, I was like, oh shit.
You get brittle.
And I couldn't bite on that side. I had to chew on the other side. Only on one side, like this side for grits, and this side for hard-ass turkey burgers. Look at that. Smoothie side, motherfucking grape nuts on this side.
Wait a minute.
Yo, grape nuts hard as hell, man.
Wait a minute, I'm about to chew on my fronts.
Right. Look at that. I know, right?
Yeah, so yeah, man. I think
it will be teeth. Let me change that. It will be teeth as opposed to fish.
I think for me, when I start having back problems, that really,
I remember
that really kind of like got me, and I was like, wow, like, man, what? And I think and I know it's a combination of things. I think Greektown really did me in, all that standing and stuff. Because I remember, you remember when we first became officer. Remember how our back was hurting when we was standing that post. And
knee lock, and then it's time to take a break. You be walking like children. Remember how children used to be walking?
Yeah. So and then like I said that, and like you said, my vision. When my vision started going, I was like, man, I thought I was going blind. I was like, oh Lord. I said, no, Lord, don't take my vision, please. Not happy birthday. You know, so,
give me sight, Lord. Give me sight.
You know, that's what I was visioning, like please, you know, just don't take my sight right now. You know, I still have long to live. You know, so but like I said, I think to a degree we all kind of like fear a little bit of decline. You know what I'm saying? Because I think when, like with my grandfather was just so used to just doing things his way. He was just used to, you know, just getting around, doing things he wanted to do. He always drove himself places and stuff like that. And I think the minute that he realized that I have no more independence, that's when life just became,
that's a major milestone right there.
Yeah,
sure.
That's when you when life when you just like, oh man, this ain't even worth living. You know, this just,
especially for a guy, a black man coming from the era that he came from. They were, you know, so much of their value was dependent upon, you know, their output. You know what I'm saying? So,
but you know what kind of like gave me a lot of hope. But that's because we still got time to turn it around. I was
just gonna say that.
We still got time to turn it around. I think one of the things that gave me hope, and that's when I watched my wife's grandfather before he passed. And here it is, a man that was in his 90s, man, and was moving like he was in his doggone 50s and 60s. And it was like, and you know, and most of the time I would go over go over their house, and Granddad be in that garden, man. He be doing the garden work and all that stuff, and I be like, dog. He was like, and then he was like, yeah, we cutting the grass. He had a big yard, cutting the grass and all that stuff, and he was just like, and her grandmother would be like, see, we older than all of y'all. We out here, you know, doing our thing. And I said, dog. But you know what?
Man.
See,
they was out there in that sun, man. They was out there in that sun. They cooked their own meals.
And see, that's the difference between eating Big Macs and over here butternut squash.
Right.
You know, they been eating butternut squash and all that stuff.
Y'all got butternut squash over there?
You know.
What y'all do with y'all butternut squash?
Hey, you know, my wife, she cooks it up certain type of ways and stuff. So,
okay,
but you know,
that's what's up.
But they grow it over there. See, my grandfather tried to teach me all of that as a youngin, and as a youngin, you know.
Right.
So, but my thing was this. Shoot, any Big Macs grow in that garden? You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't want no tomatoes. You know?
Back when Big Macs was like, that was a special treat. I'm about to go down to that. Go to Big Mac twice a day.
Right.
It's like, damn.
And then, like you said, it's a design mechanism, because you look at back then, like even in the early 80s, we didn't have all of these restaurants surrounding us like that. It's like now in this generation, if it ain't a restaurant, it's a store that's selling this food. You know, the liquor store is selling the food. It's a independent type. Black people
put that extra tax on it, and it's like the third string on the food list. You know what I mean? That's like that food been passed around through several you know what I mean, refrigerators
and not trying to make fun of nobody, but you drive through the hood and you'll see McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Holla Beach Chicken. Black people love chicken wing chicken. You know, all this
chicken wing chicken.
You know what I'm saying? Chucky Fried Chicken.
Meat butter chicken, double butter chicken, double back chicken.
Yeah, liquor store chicken. You know, all kinds
chicken fried chicken.
Just all kinds of stuff. The George Foreman grill chicken. All kinds of stuff like that in the neighborhood, and we wonder why half of us got, you know, most of us in the neighborhood like got diabetes, high blood pressure, and stuff like that, and we're not living.
I ain't gonna lie, I just knocked down a badass 10-pack of White Castles. That motherfucker turned into a turd right now. Woo! But you know, I'll do it often like that.
But you know what?
So there's irony.
I was never a White Castle fan. I just can't do it.
I can dig it. I ain't mad at you.
I was never a White Castle fan.
So what was your jam?
McDonald's.
You was okay. Yeah, that was the easiest one for me to let go, man. I ain't had McDonald's in a minute.
But
only fast food I touch now, man. Is every now and then I have some White Castle. That's about it, I think.
And you know what though?
Del Taco, maybe.
and you know what though? The bad part is we don't know how to heed warnings too. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how to heed warnings, because I remember one time, man. I left a fry in the bag, you know, in the bag, and like it sat there for a minute, and I literally saw this fry turn into Gumby. You know what I'm saying? You know, just sitting there, you like, damn, I put this in my body. You know
right? Oh, bruh. One time I had a cup of coffee or iced coffee, and I had poured some of the iced coffee out. The little bit I had left out on my driveway on the pavement, bruh. Now I had creamer, just the regular creamer that they, you know, bruh. That stuff melted and stained that concrete and stayed there all summer, even after power wash.
Oh,
creamers, dog. That's a silent one.
And then
that's a silent one.
And then
I would love it. That's why I wish I had like a lab or something. I knew some, knew some people to be able to get up in the lab, because man, I would love to test some of this stuff that they got out here, man. Because like, bruh,
you so brilliant, you could make your own lab.
That ain't my thing like that. You know what I'm saying? I just love to look over somebody's shoulder like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying?
but look at
like what?
Look at what people are doing with meat tenderizer. You putting it on your meat and it tenderizes meat, and you putting that in your body.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't even think about that one.
That's what I'm talking about. What is it doing to your organs? So, hey, you done went out again. You done went out. So, I can't hear you. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we're gonna try to call him back right quick and see what's happening with my pal. Okay. Well, yeah. You in there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you hear me? Okay, yeah. So anyway, yeah, man. But like I said, it's it's a lot of things that, I fear. My biggest fear is that, I know the older you get, the less independent you get, and I just don't want to be no burden. I don't want to be no burden on my family. I just I don't want to. I don't want to be, just the mere fact that you born and you get into diapers, and then you get older and you go right back in them, and you know what I'm saying, and that right there is just, you like, man,
Well, but it's one of them things. Be careful what you wish for or reject, because I mean, the remedy to that when you send that out to the universe is, well, you don't have to make it to old age. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So it is a blessing in a way. You know what I mean? It's I feel you though. I do feel you. I ain't trying to but I'm just to bring that down.
But I'm just saying, well, I think about that when I'm sitting up in my diaper, like, it's a blessing.
Like, ain't this a bitch?
Like, it's a blessing. And I'm just saying, because, like I said, I never thought that I would see, I knew it was a possibility it could happen, but I never thought, as strong as my grandfather was, I just never thought of it coming to that point where I would see him like I saw him. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, my wife's grandfather didn't go out like that. He just one day just got sick and just went. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't. It wasn't like we watched him walk with a walk.
Now, see, that's interesting because, again, the spirit is first. So what I see in that situation is, you got a man, if you say that he was always up and at it, always, gotta get it done, that type of thing, then he probably might have consciously really made it his business to be on his physical, you know what I mean? Oh, I can't be sitting around. He probably been that type, oh man, I can't be sitting around, sitting down all day. I got stuff to do, that type of, and if you feed yourself that, then when your body goes into a state where it has to depend on somebody, you might completely don't know what your spirit don't know what to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's possible. I'm not saying that's exactly, but our thoughts, man, is everything.
But you know what? And I want people that play this show back to just think about this. We are no way racist or anything like that. I don't want people to get that thought in their head. But we are just talking from the black perspective and certain things that kind of like frustrate black people. And I think I really know that racist white people know. I think they no, I know they know. I know they really know. Huh?
My thing is, I'm talking to the people that look like me. Listen to this conversation. I don't. If that's who I'm talking to, then I need to apologize. Okay. I'm saying quit begging. That's it.
Yeah. Right.
Quit begging. Preserve yourself.
So anyway, we wanna thank everybody for tuning in to the Fat Cat Show, and I want to thank my brother Third Son for helping me out in doing this. I don't know
90 seconds.
I don't know what happened to Satellite Bills, but we want to whatever happened to him. I don't know if he took a hiatus or something somewhere, but hey, but just for now on, just stay safe, y'all. Pray for each other and continue to keep each other, care about each other and love each other, and and that's the key. That's the key. Just and take care of your business first and foremost.
60 seconds.
Take care of your business first and foremost. Clean your own yard up, and don't worry about nobody else's yard unless they ask you for a helping hand. If we know how to clean up our own mess, then the world will be so much a better place. So much a better place. Amen. So, but anyway, y'all, we want to say goodbye to everybody and just be chilled. Peace. We up out of here, y'all.
Peace.
And thanks to the Chicken Man. Oh man.
Good grief.
10 seconds.